Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Batch Crypto bringing you another ZCASH update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Batch Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time-sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market, guys. Let's dive into ZCASH. We're starting out here on the 2-day chart. I want to make sure everyone's aware of this macro view that we have going on with our price action here, where we kind of have this sideways horizontal triangle pattern going on, and we were mimicking nearly previous price action or this historic price action here in a very similar scenario here, right? Not exactly, very similar, guys, where we had our macro A, B, C correction here. We had our A wave down, our B wave high, and our C wave down. We got back above that macro A wave low, and that's where we saw ourselves good for continuation. We held the lower line of our pattern here as support and saw further continuation there. And in a similar situation here, guys, where we had our macro A, B, and C wave correction down, potentially found our C wave bottom here. And then you can see where we came up and got denied at that macro A wave low, right? Represented by that dotted line once, twice. Finally, we're able to break back above it. And then if we zoom in a little bit more here, what's going on like a 12-hour chart here, you can see where we kind of fumbled with the trend line here, right, of our macro pattern. We're able to get above it, try to hold it as support. We lost that level, and then we're finally able to reclaim that, hold it as support. And that's where we're seeing ourselves good for continuation right now. But what we have going on, guys, is that now we're running into our previous highs here, right? At right around that 173, 174 mark. And you can see represented by these higher time frame wicks right here on this 12-hour chart that now we're kind of running into resistance here, guys. And something that's, kind of in confluence with that, if we bring this up here, right, we can see that we're creating, a higher high in price here. But on the RSI, we're creating that lower high, right? So we have that bearish divergence going on here, right? We're creating that lower high on the RSI and the higher high in price here. So that's just another indication that you look for when you run into a resistance level like this at previous highs, to kind of give yourself a sign that we could see some, a little bit of downside here. So we have that 12-hour, bearish divergence forming. It's even on the 1-day chart, right? If we zoom that in, you can see where we have that high and then a lower high, higher high in price. So it's on, many of those higher time frame charts, guys. So we could expect, potentially a little bit of downside here as we're running into resistance. What I'm not ruling out, though, is that, as we run into resistance here, that, that trend could even play out coming all the way up to these highs right here, right? This is sitting right at about 185, and this very top candle right here is sitting right about 194, guys. I wouldn't expect us to break that level here without seeing downside, right? Because we can't just keep on, shooting straight up forever, right, guys? But if we were to, have some, fallback here, what we would ultimately be looking for is some type of retest of this lower part of the channel once more, right? Or sorry, one of the lower part of the pattern here, guys, where we could see some continuation right here. We also do have some type of a semblance of maybe an uptrend here, where that could be in confluence with the line. If they were to be right here, then maybe an uptrend like that right there, guys. That one even maybe looks a little bit better, guys. So if you're looking for a long on ZCASH, if you're itching to get into ZCASH, guys, what I would recommend is waiting till we get some type of retracement here, guys, as we're running into resistance, have that bearish divergence forming. Look to get some type of retracement here, guys. So maybe if we come back down to our lower time frame trend right here, right, represented by this line, you could get maybe an entry around 155-ish or so, mid 150s, 150 to 155. If not, you could look to come back down to the pattern line here of the much larger triangle, and that's right about 146 to 145 right there or so, guys, okay? If you're looking for a short on ZCASH, like I said, the optimal opportunity is kind of right in this range where we're sitting right now, kind of in that 175, even coming all the way up to 195. So if you're looking for a short on ZCASH, kind of have, this on your radar right now, kind of this boxed area right here, right, where you have these previous high wicks coming all the way up to about right there, guys. So this is kind of that short area where you're going to want to be looking for a short on ZCASH if that's what you're looking for. And then you can look to put some type of stop loss above these previous wick highs, right? So, we put our stop loss here, we put it above our wick highs right here, and you could have some type of entry in your box here, and it would look something like that. This isn't an exact entry, but just giving you an idea of how you could play that if that's what you were looking to do right there, guys. Again, guys, if we zoom in, looking for a long, you're looking to come down here, test our trend line right here as support, potentially that lower time frame line as well. You're looking for a short, you're looking to come up here, looking to short out of this box as we run into resistance, creating those bearish divergences there on those higher time frames, guys. So that's what we're looking at on ZCASH, guys. If we back it out, let's get out to like that 2-day chart again, guys, and we can get our technical target here, right? So just for reference, the top line of this pattern, if we were to go straight up, that's currently sitting at about 219, guys. So you could expect some certain resistance there, right, as we run into the top line of this pattern. But we can also create some type of technical target here, guys. So if we take our previous low here, back up to our high, and down to our low, a little bit of a longer term target, guys. This isn't overnight. This isn't going to happen in a couple of days, right? So it's not going to shoot straight up here, but something you could potentially aim for, right, as we work our way through these levels here, is approximately $285 for ZCASH, even possibly all the way up to $411, guys. And again, that's not an overnight thing. That's a long-term target, right? You would have to see something along the lines of us, working through these levels, working out of this triangle, right? We get some type of break out of this triangle here, back tested as support, and that's where we would see continuation, further down the line, right, as a long-term target for these types of levels up here. But just giving you an idea of what you could look for on those shorter time frames, right, for entries on those lower time frames, as well as those higher time frame target, guys. So that's what we're looking on ZCASH and the ZCASH market, guys. If you found the video helpful, if you found the information helpful, throw a like, throw a comment. Thanks for watching today, guys.